As I've shared, I am starting this year with the intention to simplify my life and live the healthiest, most feminine way possible. This is honestly a brand new concept for me. For nearly 10 years, I lived under the impression that I had to strive, achieve, and prove myself. That I had to be one of the guys. Going from that to a simpler, more feminine lifestyle is a complete 180. And it requires me to step into a completely different persona. I have to embrace a new self-concept. Self-concept is nothing new. Self-concept is actually a trending topic of discussion, and I've even created a video about the ideal self-concept that has truly changed everything in my life, so you should go check that out after this video. How do you embrace a new self-concept though? What is the secret? What I've discovered is that embracing a new self-concept is a multi-step process. It isn't complex or confusing, but it can take some time depending on how deeply rooted your current identity is in your mind. Number 1, shedding your old self. I used to raise rabbits, and one thing that happened every year was that they molted. This was the process where they would shed their entire coat of hair as they grew a new one. This process was always very ugly and inconvenient, and it always seemed to happen in the heat of show season. I think that there is a deeper lesson to this idea, though. In order for their new coat to be revealed in all its beautiful, silky, soft glory, they had to lose the old coat. Losing it was not attractive, but if I brushed them every day, little by little, the new coat was all that was left. So, what is your old coat? What is your old self? Before you can put on a new coat, you need to take off the old one. If you try to wear both, you'll eventually take the new one off because you're hot, it doesn't fit, and it's the easiest to take off because it's on top. For me, I've had to take off the old coats of being broke and bad with money, being unsuccessful and lost. I've had to shed the coat of being the girl who's desperately trying to prove herself. One of the first things that I really had to do was forgive and release my old self, right? So I had to actually take off the things that were holding me back. And so that could be that I forgave past things that had hurt me, or past situations, past relationships, and that I really released old thought patterns, old beliefs, and old ways of thinking as well. And once I released those things, I had to be open to the idea that things could be different, and that life could be different, and that I could be different, and that my self-concept could be something else entirely. That I didn't have to just be the same version of myself that I had always been, but that I could be something else. Number 2, discovering you. If you came up to me and asked, Ellison, what new self-concept should I embrace? I wouldn't have the faintest idea. There are general self-concepts that are helpful to implement into your life, like the one I shared about in my previous video. When it comes to choosing the self-concept that is just right for you, though, you have to identify precisely who you are and who you want to be. While embracing a new self-concept is like becoming a different version of yourself, it does not mean that you are not yourself. You are still you, and there are things that resonate with you specifically that don't resonate with me, and vice versa. For example, I've chosen to embrace my feminine energy and pursue a simpler, more feminine lifestyle. I'm going to have my own flavor of self-concept in regards to these things. Flowers and frilly dresses don't resonate with me, and so that is not the self-concept that I am going to try and embrace. For me, the idea of living my life more slowly and enjoying my life is what resonates. Stewarding and caring for what I have resonates. Turning my focus from results and achievement to creativity and passion is what resonates. Because these things resonate with me, the self-concept that I'm choosing embodies these elements of femininity. So what resonates with you? When you think of who you want to be and who you want to embody, what naturally stands out to you and appeals to you? These are the elements that you need to embrace. Number 3, shamelessly wear your new coat. Now that you have the self-concept designed that you want to embrace, it's time to step into it. It can be tempting to scramble to try and put the old coat back on because your life around you only knows you for your old coat. When you are embracing a new self-concept, though, your only responsibility is to wear it with confidence and intentionality. When it comes to stepping into your new self-concept, it can be really challenging, especially when you're still around a lot of the same people that you used to be around. You know, you don't want to cut them out of your life. You're not done with them being in your life. You love them and you want them in your life, but you're just a different version of yourself. And so I had to really learn how to shamelessly be who I am now and this new version of myself. I had to shamelessly and very intentionally embrace the new self-concept that I have been stepping into. And it also means really intentionally making different decisions. You know, how you respond to people asking questions, how you respond to different situations during your day. Simple, small actions that you take during the day that are going to look different than usual. And so when it comes to really stepping into your new self-concept, it is all about consciously becoming a different person and shamelessly becoming a different person. For me, shamelessly wearing my new coat and embodying my new self-concept means looking at my finances as a garden that I'm tending to, instead of a spreadsheet of stats that are consistently read. This means looking at my career as more of an extension of myself and less as a plaque that I'm trying to earn. This has meant intentionally allowing myself to relax and slow down when every fiber of my being is telling me to stress and rush. So, how do you embrace a new self-concept? Embracing a new self-concept is a very intentional process, and it can be a very uncomfortable and unattractive process, especially when you are healing old wounds and introducing your new self to the people who've known you for who you were before. In my journey, challenges like these have taught me to firmly believe in myself and in what I'm doing, and to state that this is what I want and that it is not up for discussion. People are welcome to have their opinions about me and about what I'm doing, but I believe in what I'm doing, and nothing they say can stop me from becoming this new, healthier version of myself. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I'm so glad that you are joining me on this journey to developing and embodying a new self-concept and a new, more feminine self-concept. If you are interested in learning more about self-concept, then definitely check out the video that I made previously, which is all about the ideal self-concept that you need to be embodying. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you oh so very much. And until we meet again, so long.